Hi, this is John London with JLo Magic and Entertainment, back at you with the Minnie Mouse this time. So we just finished doing the Mickey Mouse, now we're going to do the Minnie Mouse. And so just a couple different things for the Minnie Mouse. Of course, we're going to be adding a dress and then the bow on top. So the first thing we're going to do is, well, let me just hold it up so you can see. There you are. Okay. So you can see, as soon as you see it, you already start to see the similarities in the face. Same thing for the ears if you watch that. So the difference, or the additions, are the bow on top of the head, and then of course a different dress, and then down here, when you watch the feet before, the yellow was the segments inside here, and then yellow went also around here, but the same thing happening here, except the colors have changed. So we're just keeping the black balloon, and now we're doing pink around there, so it looks like she's wearing her high heeled shoe. And then the bow, I'm going to make that bow here in just a minute, and the way it's attached is I leave a tail on there, and it goes down inside the 4-bubble cluster, comes out the back, and it twists around back onto the bow itself, so it stays in place really nice, real snug. And then the ears, they are perfect because they can move around a little bit, and I know before there would always be a struggle on where am I going to place the bow in another method, but of course you always work it out. So this is not any better, it's just different, that's all. And so you can see right there, it's attached in there really well, and the ears hold in place really nice, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and get to making the bow. So you can see, and I'll leave the tail on there, and then maybe what I'll do is take this one off and I'll show you how I attach that one. But again, it goes right through the 4-bubble cluster right there and comes right back out and twist onto itself, and then you just adjust the ears so it's kind of like behind it there. There you go. So hopefully that makes sense, and then we'll go over the body and the legs. But what I won't do is probably recreate the whole face and the arms and stuff like that, because if you watch the Mickey Mouse, it'll be redundant to you. So just so you know how to make the body and the leg portion, I think that's the important part for you if you're kind of unsure on how to do it. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so you can see I made the bow. It was a loop, 2-pinch twist, and another loop. Okay, and then I left the little tail right here. You can leave it longer if it's easier for you to manage. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm gonna take off this other one, and then what I'll do is I'll try to move it up here so you can see me digging through and getting that one around there, and then adjusting it so you can see it being actually put on, so you got an idea about what to do, what you might experience. So here we go. So you can see it sits on there pretty nice because of the four bubble cluster. It gives it a good place for it to stay and be pretty stable. Doesn't really move around because of the little tail really pulling it down in there. And then the ears also help it keep from wobbling back and forth. So they all work together, which is really nice. So anyway, let's move on to the body and then the legs. And well, you might figure out how to do the legs, like I said, especially if you watch the Mickey Mouse. This part is easy, but let me just show you the body. It's pretty standard. If you've ever done this before or have ever done any kind of princess type character, this body is not unusual, or it's not even mine, of course. So let's go ahead and just do it so that way you will know it at least, even if you've never done it before. Let's go ahead. Okay, so right now it looks a little goofy because it's just the dress part. You might have noticed what I did here. Excuse me, just one moment. Let me adjust this. Okay, so right now when we have these bubbles like this, and we have this two links here, all the bubbles to be flat, in this orientation right here, when you're looking at it, um, I usually will turn these two the other way. They help with everything. If not, if I try to flatten these out the way these are, they will collide once and push against one another, and they'll become unstable, and the structure will look kind of goofy, and you'll constantly keep having to adjust it. It'll be really hard to get that to work. Probably pretty impossible, not unless you do 3 of these loop twists instead. But I like 4 because it gives it more of a fuller look, right? And so when do I do the dress? I usually do it just like I do with the Mickey Mouse. When I started with the red part, I usually start with that pink part. So go back and watch, see when I do that. That would be the same time that you would also do the dress part. And then don't worry about the legs because you can come back and do them at the end. That's usually one of the second to last things I do before I put on the little 3-pinch twist for the white gloves. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so right now I'm going to add the legs, and then we'll talk more about um, the end of the structure, about maybe some things you could do or don't do. All right, so let's go do that now. Okay, so you can see that a couple things do matter about when you're making this, when you start to put the legs in here. Usually I keep the flat ones, and you can see when you look at the structure that you do follow this, that two are flat and then two are standing up, if you will. I'm trying to think about the best way to describe that. But yeah, as opposed to two being flat in a row. It will make a difference as far as your legs. It might, if you do them flat or try to do them all flat, the legs might look a little goofy or you might run into some problems. But again, like I was saying earlier, you could do 3 loop twists in a row and that'll probably also still keep them all together. So it's just really up to you and you know, maybe your time constraints of whether or not you do a bunch of loop twists here. But anyway, you saw what I did there at the bottom there. I did the little segments there. They're about, you know, 3 fingers wide. And then I looped around there just like I did with the Mickey Mouse shoes. So it's pretty much the same thing, but I had to do different colors, of course, so that way it looks like she's wearing her shoes. Okay, and so the last, excuse me, yeah, I believe, yes, that's right. The last thing I would do to finish the sculpture would be the 3 little pinch twists that you see there for the gloves. And so if you want, you could also, another thing you could add is her little tail. If you want to puff a piece, you know, a little scrap full of air, you could definitely make the tail on there, which is always nice. And then I think I've also seen on occasion, I might have seen her with an umbrella. So if you like making umbrellas, that would be another cute little thing. I made one with the cat in the hat, but the umbrella was closed. So if you still do that, you know, it's a nice decor piece, which is cool. These Mickey and Minnies. So you could always do that, or if you like to show up with a special balloon for the boy, birthday boy or birthday girl, or the honoree, whoever it is, you know, could be an adult. This makes a, you know, a great addition. It looks really cute, and I think one of the great selling points here is the ears. And I would say that might be my contribution to this type of sculpture. So please enjoy this. Make it, you know, practice it so you get pretty fast at it. You know, I know it's not a line piece, but still, you know, if you want to impress somebody, this could be something you go to. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please, you know, I'll turn it around here for you so you can look at it in all different angles. So you can see it's pretty solid, looks pretty good. I know some pieces, when you turn them around, they don't look as sharp, but this one does look pretty good all the way around, and I'm, you know, pretty proud of it. Like I said, a lot of different inspiration from different artists, of course. You know, it's hard to name who exactly came up with what, but like I said, I feel that this is the important part. So anyway, let me cut out all that, you know, chatter and just end this and say thank you very much for watching this. Hope you walk away with some valuable information. All right, take care. Happy twisting.